Okay, let's make some medicine broth, all right? So I'm using a 1-pot, but you can use a regular pot, a crock pot, a slow cooker, whatever size you want. How much you make is just gonna really depend on the size of the pot you use. And this is a general guideline recipe. Please adapt it. And I don't think I have ever made a medicine broth the same way twice. So just follow along and just think about what you have in the kitchen, what you have available. So this is 1 gallon of water, all right? I'm starting with 1 gallon of water, and I'm just so grateful right now to have this turkey back, all right? I'm gonna put this turkey back in here. And for a gallon of water, I like to have at least 2 cups of bones. Bones are hard to measure, but you know, around 2 cups. You could put a carcass, you could put a turkey carcass, a chicken carcass, you could put lamb bones, beef bones. Most of my medicine broths are made with either chicken, turkey, beef, or duck. So you can put raw bones that you get from the butcher. You can also bring your bones home or buy your turkey, eat the bone, eat the meat off of the turkey, the chicken, and then put the carcass. So your bones can either be raw directly from the butcher or they can be roasted. Bones that are roasted tend to have a better flavor, but yeah. You can go for the carcass, you can go for, after you've cooked the carcass and eaten the meat, you can buy your bones fresh from the butcher. If you do buy chicken or turkey bones fresh from the butcher, like leg bones, have them cut the bones in half so it exposes the marrow, okay? So we've got our turkey back and let's go. Now we're gonna use, then you always wanna add some citrus or something acidic, and that can be vinegar. I'm gonna use lemon, and so we're gonna put, usually I like about 2 tablespoons per gallon, and we're also gonna put the peels in there. Okay, because lemon peels, the pith is really high in inulin, and it's a great prebiotic, great for the digestive tract. This is something that everything's going to be strained out. This is going to be a broth at the end, and this is not the broth that you're going to be using for making your squash soup or cooking with your rice. No, this broth will end up being pretty bitter, and it is a food unto itself. It is a medicine broth to be drank, you know, 1 or 2 cups a day, maybe 3 cups a day. Okay, so then from there, I like to always have vegetables, about 5 cups of vegetables total. And so first I have some vegetable scraps here right now. I've got leek scraps and carrot top scraps, and then I've got some chopped carrots, and I've got some chopped potatoes, and chopped arugula. No, not arugula, I'm sorry, rutabaga. And I've got some celery. So I like to do about 5 cups total, and it can be whatever you've got in your kitchen. So it can be kitchen scraps like onion peels, garlic peels, the tops of carrots. It can be chopped vegetables, but I always like to make sure that I get at least 1 cup of root vegetables. So something like, you know, definitely rutabaga, parsnip, celery root, because the root vegetables are really dense minerals. Okay, so then from there, I always like to add some seaweed. Get whatever seaweed you like. You can add, this is, see, this is kombu. This is chopped up kombu. And I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of kombu. You can add it, sometimes it comes in a big piece, it comes in flakes. You can add kombu or wakame or hijiki. The only thing you have to be careful with is dulse. For a gallon, I would add ½ a teaspoon of dulse because dulse is super strong, but choose your seaweed that you like, okay? Then what I like to do is definitely add at least a handful of some kind of aromatic herb. So that can be your sage, your rosemary, your thyme. So we've got some really great fresh rosemary. I would add some fresh mushrooms, but I don't have any. And I always add reishi, an incredible adaptogen, immune supporting. So these are reishi mushroom slices. And you can use fresh shiitake, you can use dried shiitake, fresh or dried maitake. And then I have a good handful of sliced ginger. And then I always add astragalus sticks. I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 small to medium-sized astragalus sticks for a gallon. I love star anise, 2 star anise pods. And I've got about thumb size of, a little bit bigger than a thumb size, my son's thumb size, of burdock root. And we're gonna put that in. So remember, this is a medicine broth, especially the reishi and the lemon peel will make this more bitter, and it's definitely not something that you're gonna make your lentil soup with. This is what you're gonna make and drink, okay? Then I always add, I love onion skins. The skins of onion are high in quercetin. So what you do is you just chop your onion. Like that, and then also your garlic, you can do the same thing. And you're gonna throw the garlic and the skin in. Okay, oops. Okay, whoo, that's looking good, right? Isn't that looking good? Oh, yeah. Let's see, what else? Again, this is a general guideline. If you're like, oh no, I don't have a reishi or I don't have astragalus, it's okay. Just go for what you've got in your kitchen. Make sure you get some good, make sure your bones are organic, absolutely. And yeah, you got your vegetable scraps. Again, I like to add fresh shiitake too, but we don't have any right now. And I use a 1 pot, and I'm gonna cook this for about 4 hours, but use whatever you've got. If you've got a crock pot, if you've got a pot, you're gonna need to cook it it really depends on how much you put in there. So usually when I do this size of crock pot, I would let it sit for 12 to 18 hours. Okay, there's your medicine broth. This is super easy to digest nutrition, protein, gelatin, collagen, and it's a restorative food, okay? So I am going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to cook it up, and we'll be ready in about 4 hours. Okay, we're straining out the last of our medicine broth. Everything's been cooked, and it's go. There it is. There's your medicine broth. We're going to continue to strain it. So once it's all strained out, I get these quart containers from restaurant supply places you can order online, and you can store them in the freezer for up to 3 months if you don't drink it right away. And so I'll fill up a bunch of these and store these in the freezer. But for right now, and you want to let your broth cool down before you put it in here. But for now, I also heat it up a cup, and it's time for a little nourishing snack. There's your medicine broth. Asante.